What is a bat? Adventure start. Then can be any. It's a box, a place to hide. Then a hut to wear, treasure glittering. What is a box? Adventure set, but it can be anything.
The hole, a track to race, a line to bowl, a stage to sing. What is a hole? Adventure start that it can be anything.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high or wells and hills, when all at once I saw crowds, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in a breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them dance, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils.
Our teacher sings the Beatles. She must know every song. We ask her please to stop, but she just sings. It won't be long. Then there's Michael Jackson. It drives us nearly mad. We have to cover up our ears because she's singing bad. It's all my fault she does this. I feel such a fool. I wish I never brought my karaoke box to school.
Lovely little fly, so fun to watch you. Let the bar around the ground or in the sky. I like the way you flip and fly. I wish that you would stay and play, but don't fly away.
Night by Lee. The sun descending in the west, evening star was shining. The birds are silent in their nest, and I was sick for mine. The moonlight a flower, heaven side bow, with silent delight, sits and smiles at night.
Favorite places. Maybe it's a tree, it's winter snow, or green leaves in the summertime, branches for swinging and pulling on, and seeing how high they can climb. Maybe it's a beach with yellow sand, and waves as it splash on the shore. Maybe it's a garden with grass and trees, and the grass that winds all around. A swing, a sandpit for you to use, and flowers all over the ground. Maybe yours is different from all this. A shop, or trade, or zoo. All that you need a favorite place is that it's perfect for you.
My dog likes to dig on TikTok for fun. I'd rather start dancing than go for a run. My dog likes to wiggle and jiggle and jump. He bubbles his snuggle and wriggles his tongue.
And he's done dancing. This doggy of mine will pick up his cell phone and post it online. Puts up a video once every day so people can watch as he wiggles away.
I like to sing in Singapore, around, round, and round. I leave my day in Denmark, and go back in Pakistan. I fill up in the Philippines, and take a spin for Spain, and to
buy you umbrella to rain around the rain.
My heart's in the highland. My heart's in the highland. My heart is not here. My heart's in the highland, a chasing the deer, a chasing the wild deer, and following the road. My heart's in the highland, wherever I go. The highlands, farewell to the north, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, the hills of the highlands, forever I love. To the mountains, high covered with snow, farewell to the straits and green vales below, farewell to the forests and wild bending woods, farewell to the torrents and cloud-pouring floods. In the highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the highland, a chasing the deer, a chasing the wild deer and following the road. My heart's in the highlands, wherever I go.
The Tiger by William Blake. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distance deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer? What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil? What dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? And when the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame its fearful symmetry?
A Squash and a Squeeze by Alex Scheffler. A little old lady lived all by herself, with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. A wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. "There's not enough room in my house," she said. "Wise old man, will you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your hand," said the wise old man. "Take in my hand, what a curious plan." Well, the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug, then flapped round the room, knocking over the jug. The little old lady cried, "It was bulky for one, now it's tiny for two. My nose has an itch, and there's nowhere to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze." She said, "Wise old man, will you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your goat," said the wise old man. "Take in my goat, what a curious plan." Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg, then sat down to nibble on the table leg. The little old lady cried, "It was tiny for two, now it's titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat, and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." She said, "Wise old man, will you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your pig," said the wise old man. "Take in my pig, what a curious plan." Well, when she brought in the pig, he chased after the hen, then raided the larder again and again. The little old lady cried, "It was titchy for three, now it's teeny for four. Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." She said, "Wise old man, will you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow, what a curious plan." Well, the cow took one look and charged after the pig. Then he jumped on the table and chopped out a jig. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive, it was teeny for four, now it's weeny for five. I'm tearing my hair out, I'm down at my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." She said, "Wise old man, will you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take all them out," said the wise old man, "but I'll be first where I began." So she opened the window and out flew the hen. She said, "Now I can sneeze again." She shooed out the goat and out went the pig. She said, "Now my house is feeling pretty big." She huffed and she puffed and she shoved out the cow. She said, "Look at my house, it's enormous now." Then she came to the wise man and said, "Thank you, wise man, for the work you have done. There's no need to grumble, there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house."